Hello, yokers. What is going on? We're here. You're there, wherever you may be. And this is the YokeTalk. So, Bellas, how you feeling today?
I'm doing very good. I'm feeling pretty good today. I mentioned in our Discord earlier that people were talking about Mondays and how Mondays are awful, but today is Tuesday,
Mhm.
and I said that Tuesday is like the red-haired third cousin once removed of Monday, and
You're not
that's
wrong.
how I feel. I know.
You're not wrong.
No, that's how I'm feeling today, though. Pretty good day. Had a very productive day so far today, and I'm excited to be here to be able to talk over some gaming news with you and with you guys, all of you yokers out there. And so, hello from me as well.
Yes, friends, we have a, a very sad topic to hit here.
It's not sad though.
It's it's it's
Oh well,
it's
okay.
heartbreaking. The first one in the
One of,
doc. The first one in the doc.
this one is very sad, but we're
It's
not going to get to it yet.
it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
It's
Friends, Amazon kills off Twitch Prime name.
but
Not the program, just the name. The getting rid of the name is being rebranded. We're going to talk about why that's sad. And then,
we're going to talk
friends,
about.
we have
Oh,
more
sorry.
sadness. Sorry, I'm just talking about what we're going to be talking about before we
It's
talk
not
about
all sad.
it. Halo Infinite delayed. Sad. Sad. Sony
Another
Spider-Man.
sad.
Oh, go ahead. So you keep jumping in at the last second.
Sony's Spider-Man exclusive sparks backlash with gamers. Never heard of backlash with gamers before. Another sad story. This is gonna be a week of we're just all crying
We're just gonna cry.
all day long.
And Apple's waging war against the gaming industry. What?
Treyarch's Call of Duty tease trailer is coming this week, which
That's
is
not sad.
honestly, it's not sad, but it kind of is because let's be honest, the last Call of Duty was pretty good. But we'll talk about
It was.
that
I
as
don't know
well.
why they would make another one.
Another sad thing, people are going broke. But the reason why is because they're spending so much stinking money on video games. So is it sad?
Amen.
Really? Maybe, maybe not. And then finally, a very happy note. We're going to be talking about Fall Guys and something that they're going to be doing tomorrow. But until then, let's roll this intro.
Yo, good on you for cueing the intro there. I didn't even tell you to do that. You just took control and you were like, I'm rolling it. Let's go.
Hey, you know what? I just roll with the flow, man. That's what
right.
I do here.
You roll with the flow. Okay. All right, friends. Amazon kills off Twitch Prime name, replaces it with Prime Gaming perk with free games and content. Pastor Boz, what is this atrocity that I've just written or I didn't write it. I copy pasted it into the document. What have I just said? This is blasphemy.
Now, okay, let's be honest here. The whole entire I think the thought behind Prime Gaming is a good thought. What they're trying to do with it, they're trying to push things forward. They're trying to rebrand it. Amazon Prime was fine. Twitch Prime was fine. Prime Gaming? I don't know about this name. I'm not liking it. When I've been watching streamers today and they're like, do your Amazon Twitch Prime Gaming. And I'm like, okay, yes, it's going to be a hard, but it just doesn't sound good. It doesn't roll off the tongue well. It just, yeah. And we just talked about how Jeff Bezos was canceling Twitch Prime. We had no idea that we actually were.
Oh my gosh!
During
You're right.
Our Who Squad is anyways.
Oh my goodness!
I was supposed to guess that I was Jeff Bezos and I was getting rid of Twitch Prime, and literally this is what just happened.
It was prophecy.
It was prophecy.
Oh my gosh!
Oh man. Yep.
Not in the way that we expected it to be, but
no.
But yeah, so they did say the reasoning behind the name change is one, both they want to broaden it outside of just Twitch, which makes sense. Yes. And then also it does fit in with their other naming monikers, like things with Prime Music, Prime Video, things like that. So it's more consistent with their other naming schemes. And they plan on broadening it a little bit outside of the Twitch realm into other gaming related things. So really, it's fine. It's fine. Like, I'm just not happy about it.
Now, the thing that I thought was interesting, and I was reading this, it says to access Prime Gaming, customers do not need to have Twitch accounts, as they did for Twitch Prime. Prime Gaming offers members all of the growing gaming benefits they had with Twitch Prime, but now as one of the core entertainment benefits of Prime, Amazon said in announcing the change. I thought that was interesting. So I do understand the name change from Twitch Prime to Prime Gaming. It just doesn't sound good.
It doesn't.
I feel like
it doesn't.
I don't know. I get that part. I get they want to broaden outside of Twitch, and that makes sense. But I don't know. Is this going to harm Twitch at all, do you think?
No, I don't think so.
In the future? No?
I don't think so.
You don't think that this is going to move outside of Twitch completely? I mean, obviously Amazon owns Twitch now, and that was, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that they bought out Twitch. But I don't know.
Maybe.
Very interesting.
Maybe. Big brain, maybe. Maybe they're concerned with the longevity of Twitch, or like the like how Twitch like it's been getting kind of messy recently. And so they're like, we need to separate ourselves from Twitch in case things go downhill. Maybe? I don't know.
I can't. Yeah. Okay. So like Morcus just said, and that's exactly what came to
I
my
wouldn't
mind.
say it like that.
No, not the failing of Mixer, but let's be honest here. Some of these platforms are going downhill and YouTube is growing.
I don't think they're worried about that. I don't think they're worried about Twitch as a platform like dying off because people aren't using it anymore. I think they would be more worried about like just like the media kind of seeing it poorly and then things like that.
So kind of the not repertoire, what's the word?
It's I think I know what you're trying to say. It's like
I can't think of the word.
It's presence. It's
it's
the way it like carries itself. Like it's
exactly Twitch, the word I'm thinking of.
Twitch is now a person.
Twitch is now a person.
Like it's
what's chat help us out here because I can't think of a word for some reason. The way it represents itself, the way it holds itself, it's
there's a word for it.
Chat even can't even help. Nobody can think of it's actually not a word. No, not represents. It's
like
it's the way it represents itself. The way it holds itself. It's
not stature.
It's not stature.
All right, somebody in the chat, you need to find this word, and then we will say it when you find it. Okay, please. But we're gonna move on for now.
Not ego. Anyways, let's move on from this.
Okay. So yeah. I'll be interested to see if this like causes an increase or not an increase, a decrease.
Reputation.
Yes, that is the word. That is the word.
I got it.
Thank you, chat. Thank you.
No, that was me.
That was you. Oh, thank you, boss.
They said appearance. They said prestige. They said image, and I was like, wait a second.
Chat, you tried, chat. We thank you. Thanks for being here, Yokers. All right. So as I was saying, I would wonder if this is going to mean a decrease in like the Twitch related or gaming related Twitch Prime, now Prime Gaming benefits. So like there's all sorts of games that have like stuff you can get with Twitch Prime Gaming or whatever. So I'm wondering if we're going to see less of that, or maybe we'll see the same amount. Maybe we'll see more. Who knows? But
it does say things about free games and stuff. So even if we see less of that, you're going to see more of other things.
But you get free games with Twitch Prime right now. The only way to play them, though, is with the desktop Twitch app that nobody uses.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we already get that. Just nobody uses it because they have to use that.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
But maybe, since it's being rebranded, they'll come out with their own Amazon gaming launcher or something. Not that we would want that either, but
yeah, I mean, Amazon, we knew at one point or another they were going to get into gaming. Obviously, you had the Crucible destruction where
destruction.
they actually unlaunched a game. That was interesting in and of itself. And now they've continually delayed New World, which is a big game that they're getting into the gaming world, and it's just another way for them to get into the gaming world. Because let's be completely honest, gaming is literally on top of everything right now.
Huge.
It's been ever since I started working at GodSquadChurch 4 years ago. Ever since I became part of the GodSquadChurch, gaming, I think gamers, it was 1.6 billion, and we're at what, 2.8?
I don't know. Way more.
Something crazy. And so it's just growing more and more and more. We're seeing that. And so Amazon caught on to that. And so they're moving forward with it. And they're going to, whatever they're doing something right. They always have. So yeah, I don't know. Prime Gaming, not the best name, but we don't know exactly their future plans, but we'll see.
What you mentioned there, let's go ahead and jump down to one of the later topics, because that's actually a really good segue. People are spending record amounts on gaming in the US this year. Guys, Corona is here, and Corona is making everyone stay home and play video games.
Everybody's playing Animal Crossing. Everybody switches are still sold out at times. You know, we're starting to see that kind of lower, but not as much. People aren't selling them for $700 anymore, but people are spending loads of money on gaming, record amounts. And I find it interesting. And here's the reason why. I'm not surprised, but I find it interesting that people are out of work. People are trying to find jobs, and yet they're spending record amounts.
So, I mean, there's one way you can look at it. You can look at it, or there's two ways you can look at it. You can look at it that way, or you can look at it from the way that the people who do still have money and secure jobs, they are spending way more on gaming, and it's making up for the people who don't have money, unfortunately.
I'm not gonna lie. I have put I put a couple cents into gaming this year, a couple more cents than I have been able to in the past few years, and it's a good era to be a gamer in. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the some of the stats here from this article. Total spending of 11.6 billion marked a 30% year-over-year increase and a 7% bump over the prior quarter, when spending hit a then record of 10.9 billion.
10.9.
So I think that was the previous record. The new one is 11.6.
And we're only in August. The year isn't even over. Or is this judging like to the same time of year?
I don't remember. Numbers are confusing. Up to 28% from a year ago.
That's a lot of money.
7% bump over first quarter. So
yeah.
Here we go. Here's a good one. Hardware sales were only 848 million. But that mark represented a massive 57% bump from quarter 2 2019.
Wow. Okay.
So the point is, they're going up.
Gaming isn't going anywhere. I think it's funny because just a few years ago, gamers were really looked down upon. And I still think they are to an extent today, especially with the not the very older generations. I think they understand more, but it's more of the 40 to 60-year-old generation that we hear a lot of negativity come from them. You shouldn't be a gamer. You should be out there working hard. And I agree that priorities are there. But what a lot of people, unfortunately, with stereotypes, they don't believe that gamers have any priorities. They just think they sit at home all day and play video games, which that's just not the case. But now we're starting to see more and more people. And so are we going to start to see an increase of people actually making this an acceptable thing finally?
I hope so. We've seen that trend more and more just because gaming is becoming more widespread. I do think people are beginning to realize, okay, maybe gaming's not so bad. Maybe gamers aren't so bad. And I hope that only continues as gaming grows.
For sure.
So, but moving on.
Moving on with
Halo's
that,
delayed.
Halo.
Delayed. Delayed.
I can't.
It's had such a strong showing here on the YokeTalk the past couple weeks, and now
last week we talked about Halo on 4 topics last week,
now it's been delayed.
and now it's been delayed.
I didn't see this coming.
I didn't see it coming either. I have a couple of thoughts on this. My first thought would be like, okay, you shouldn't have given a date, and especially you shouldn't have said that it was going to be a launch
technically there
title.
wasn't a date.
It wasn't a date, but a launch title. It was going to launch in 2020 at the end of the year. It was a launch title. And I don't think they should have done that. But here's the problem, and here's the thing. One thing that I heard, and I believe it was who's the main guy of Zelda?
Shigeru Miyamoto. Miyamoto.
Is it Miyamoto? Okay,
that's one of the Nintendo guys.
One of the Nintendo guys. He stated back.
Sorry, somebody in the chat said Link. Thanks.
Link said no. Whoever the main executive producer is, I'm surprised the name is fleeting at the moment for me because I know everything about The Legend of Zelda. But whoever it was, he stated when Breath of the Wild was finally coming out, he said it's really hard because people put pressure on you to give a release date.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I didn't want to give a release date because I knew it was going to take longer, but they're telling us and forcing us to give a release date. And then they give that release date, then they push it back. Gamers get upset. They push it back again. Gamers get more upset. And we go through this cycle with all these games, but now there's even more pressure because of COVID-19. And that is actually, all of the articles have said this. They even stated, this has played a part in delaying the game for us. COVID-19 is a very real thing. It's very hard for all of us to work from home or whatever they got to do for spacing situations and social distancing. So it's a difficult thing. And so I think that producers and developers are getting a lot of negative feedback from gamers because gamers are upset, but at the same time, they're really trying their best to get these games out on time, but they're forced in a lot of different areas to have to give a date. And then unfortunately they cannot make on the promises. And so it's really rough for them, in my opinion. I think that this is going to be a positive thing for the game. I'm not a big Halo fan, but with this being a free multiplayer game, and then obviously going to, to play the campaign, you got to buy it. I think that this is going to be a good thing for them.
Definitely. Yeah. Ultimately, it is sad to see. But, we've talked about games getting delayed in the past, and it's always a good thing, in my opinion. It can never be a bad thing for a game to get delayed, whatever the reason, whether it's outside of the developer's control or whatever it may be. I think it's always a good thing that a game is getting delayed because it means they have more time to work on it and they don't have to rush. That's also a lot better for the developers themselves. They don't have to work super, super hard constantly. They can they can adjust their pace and work steadily at it instead of overworking themselves. So that's good for developers. It's good for gamers because they get a better product in the end. So all of those things are great. I don't know if there's too much more to say about that, but Halo was having a good time, and now it's just so strange for them to wait a few weeks after they showed everything. Maybe they had planned this, and maybe they wanted to get everything out there and show it and get the excitement going, and then be like, by the way, it's not coming. Because if they had said it's not coming, and then they were like, look at all the cool stuff, people would be like, nobody cares, it's not coming out till later. So I don't know. There's lots of different ways you could look at it.
It was very strange that they had this big showcase, had a whole bunch of news come out about it, and then it's weird. Yeah. Did they actually make the decision today? Was today?
No, probably not today.
Yesterday, this past week, guys, we just showed a bunch of stuff. Who's in favor of delaying this game? I just
except for one guy, get out.
Brother Jimmy, get out. But so Halo has been delayed till 2021. Still no release date, but we do know for a fact that it will not be a launch title unless for some reason they pull an Amazon and they undo that and they actually just go really hard in the paint and make that come out. But other than that, so we're going to hear some backlash this next week. This is breaking news, guys. This was like 30 minutes ago, an hour ago or something that this got released. But apart from that, we might see some backlash, but we are getting some backlash from something else. Sony's Spider-Man exclusive sparks backlash.
So I haven't read this article. Do you actually know what's going on here?
So what's going on here, from what I know, from what I took away from it, the new Avengers game, which, by the way, I don't know if any of you played the beta. I did not. The beta was out.
Was it an open beta?
It was a closed beta, I believe, for PlayStation 4 pre-orders.
Okay. Interesting.
I personally have not made a decision on this game yet. I'm probably more than likely not going to get it unless for some reason it turns out to be the most amazing game in the world. But essentially what is going on, because Sony owns gaming rights to Spider-Man. Spider-Man will only be exclusive on PlayStation. All their platforms, he will not be allowed on. So a lot of people are... Wait.
Hold on. Let me get this straight.
Yes.
In the new Avengers game,
yes,
you can only play as Spider-Man on PlayStation.
That's what I'm gathering here.
This is trash. This is dumb. Really?
Developers said that Web Slinger will be available as downloadable content next year on one platform only. The game will be released on September 4th across several platforms, including PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
I am unable to can.
So this is not the first time we've seen this. Normally it's skins. Normally it's emotes, guns, weapons, whatever it might be for games. This is not the first time we've seen this, though. I'm trying to think of another one where it was actual main characters. Like, that's kind of... But here's my thing. Here's my thing about the whole entire thing. I'm not upset. I understand the backlash. This game is made to be a single player game. And if Spider-Man is only going to be playable on PlayStation 4,
isn't it co-op though?
It is, but I'll explain that in a second. The single player mode, I don't see them creating more storyline / different levels specifically for Spider-Man. The co-op mode is not a part of the story. Co-op mode is like, it's kind of like a I think you do the story, but you can... I don't even know how to explain it. This game is so weird. It really is. It doesn't make sense to me. They still haven't released a lot about it, but it is nice to be a PlayStation player. I'm a PlayStation player myself, but
that's crazy.
I get it because Spider-Man is owned by Sony.
Yeah, but like, come on, you can share. Like,
it's not about sharing.
Sharing is caring.
It's all about the trademarks, copyrights, whatever it might be. So if that's the case, just don't put them in the game. You know, that's what I would say. Just don't put them in the game if that's the case. Like, Spider-Man is one of my favorites, but
I'm trying to think of like an analogy for like how ridiculous this is, but it's just like it's like getting together with your friends and being like, hey, let's all make a thing with like all our cool stuff put together, and then one guy is like, all right, but we can only use this in one really small circumstance because it's mine. It's like, really? Come on.
I guess what I'm trying to say is Spider-Man is not going to be like a prevalent part of the game. He's going to be able to be used in the co-op part, which you can't actually do much in, from what I'm understanding. Granted, the game hasn't even come out yet, so I don't know. But people are upset. There's a lot of backlash going on about...
You want to talk about some more backlash, and then we can go back to the other one? We got...
Which backlash?
Apple wages war with the gaming industry.
Apple, what are you doing? Sarah, tell me what's going on with Apple.
Have you read this article?
I read very small portions of it, and I was very, very confused at why this is causing backlash. That's what I got of it. I'm like, really, guys?
So this is like, it's like it's like half gaming topic, half tech topic, because we're mostly just talking about Apple here and the things that Apple do. So essentially, Microsoft is, of course, coming out with their game streaming, which, by the way, they've rebranded it from xCloud to Xbox something. I forget, but it's not called xCloud anymore, and I'm sad because xCloud sounded really cool. But
is it not called the xCloud anymore?
I don't think
this
so.
article says it is. It says Microsoft's xCloud.
I think it's very new that they announced they were changing the name, so
okay,
that could be the case.
Surprised it wasn't a topic on the YokeTalk.
Well, it's like, oh, they changed the. Well, I mean, I guess we talked about a name change earlier, but this isn't a controversial name change. Anyway,
Truth.
So obviously they're doing that. So they need to have an app for it so that you can stream the games to your phones, things like that. And they have been trying to get their app on the Apple iOS App Store, but Apple keeps denying it. So there's that. And then Facebook Gaming, which has also been trying to put out an app for months, their Facebook Gaming app, trying to get it on the App Store. They only recently got theirs approved, but in order to do it, they had to remove all the built-in games from the app. So I'm assuming you can still watch streams, as that's a good part of Facebook Gaming, but the app was supposed to have built-in games, but they had to remove all of those in order for Apple to approve it. Now, here is what's going on here. Here's what's going on here, okay?
Here comes the gamer theory.
No, this isn't theory. This is exactly what is going on. I'm preaching right now. Anyway, so Apple just recently, not super recently, but like in the last year, I don't remember when it was, they announced their whole Apple Arcade thing, where it's like a subscription service and you get Apple exclusive games and yada, yada, yada. Apple is trying to push into gaming, and that is how they're starting. They don't like these apps because they allow people to play really good games on their iPhone, and then nobody has to pay for their Apple Arcade to play games on an iPhone. That's what's going on here. They don't want good games to be able to be played on their stuff. So they're being like, nah, you can't do that.
So is there any denial on the Android side or no?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Android. Wow. Don't get me wrong. Android also has some like kind of weird stuff that they do with their app store. But most of that Apple also does. So that's just kind of like shared evil, I guess. But
okay, I'm not gonna lie. Years ago, this was many years ago. This is when Apple was even bigger. I feel like Apple kind of went downhill, and let me explain that. Not that it's not getting bigger, it is, but I feel like Google kind of overtook Apple in a lot of different ways. A long time ago, I thought Apple was going to be the next competitor in gaming. I thought it was going to be Microsoft, Sony, and Apple was going to come out with something that nobody saw was coming. And it never happened. And then you had Stadia come out, Google, right? Is Apple trying to do their own thing?
Apple always tries to do their own thing. Have you heard of the Lightning port?
It's all. Oh, goodness.
Have you heard of USB-C? It's wonderful. Apple won't use it.
I know. It is very sad, but
this has turned into a tech podcast. I apologize.
I don't know. Is Apple trying to do something other than, I guess is what I'm trying to say, just mobile gaming? Like, is there something else they're trying to get out there? Because they're denying all of these things. And there's no point in doing it other than the fact of, money, right? They're not getting money for it. But you're not going to get money even if you allow this whole.
I don't know. Maybe they have bigger plans for gaming, and so this is just like a preemptive thing to kind of protect them. I see somebody in the chat saying really good games is a bit of an overestimation. I'm going to assume, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to assume that you're talking about how it's only Xbox games, and obviously Xbox gets a lot of not so great opinions for it not having good exclusives, which is kind of true, but you could like Call of Duty and like those kind of things are available on Xbox, and so in theory you could stream the newest Call of Duty to your phone with the Microsoft streaming app, whatever it's called now, I don't remember. But so like, yes, they don't have good exclusives, but they do have a lot of those shared mainstream titles like Call of Duty. So
interesting. I don't know. I now that we have Google,
Sony doesn't want to share. Apple doesn't want to share.
Microsoft.
Sorry.
I'm not sharing Spider-Man. Okay. But
Sharing
anyways, you got Sony, Microsoft, Google, all with big gaming things with Stadia just coming out for Google recently. I feel like Apple needs to do something. Maybe.
Do they?
I mean, gaming is the biggest industry in the world right now.
Yeah, they should do something.
It's the biggest industry. YouTube, listen, YouTube was smart, okay? When gaming was getting bigger and bigger and bigger, YouTube said, okay, let's do something about it. And they did. And they did something.
They did it in like a really weird way, though.
They did, but they still did it. And it worked.
Not really.
It's working. It's working now. It's working better than it was in the beginning. But what I'm trying to say is they jumped on it, though. It was a little bit late, but they jumped on it. Gaming is the biggest industry in the world right now. And I feel like Apple needs to do something about that rather than stinking Candy Crush.
Is Candy Crush an Apple only game?
No, but just saying. I'm just saying. They gotta do something other than mobile gaming. They gotta broaden their horizon. I feel like get out of the cell phone era. Yes, okay, come out with your iPhone 12X plus 2, and then do something else.
X plus 2. That's when you combine OnePlus and Apple. The iPhone X plus 2.
The phone is actually this big. It's actually a TV screen.
That's so great.
Oh man. But yeah. Anyway, so backlash, Apple, just
backlash, Apple.
Do something. But guys, there's a lot of backlash happening with that, but we do have a couple more topics for you guys. I think this one is very interesting. Treyarch, this is the reason why I think it's interesting. They're showing their teaser trailer this week for their new Call of Duty. Now, I was always a big Treyarch fan. My favorite Call of Duties came from Treyarch. Seraph, I know yours was Modern Warfare 2, which is good.
Infinity Ward, let's go.
Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, great games. I really enjoyed them. I enjoy the new Modern Warfare. And then let's just not talk about Sledgehammer and what happened there, because that was just
Which one did they make?
They made.
Was it Infinite Warfare? Because I just remember hearing nothing about that.
That was Treyarch, World War II. And didn't they make Advanced Warfare as well?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Advanced Warfare, I think they made that. If they didn't, I know they made World War II, because I remember a sledgehammer literally being on top of a bunker, and it's just a little Easter egg.
Anyway, go on.
Regardless, this game is basically what we're thinking a Black Ops 5, but not called Black Ops 5. It's called the Cold War. Possibly. There's multiple leaks that it's going to be the Cold War, which is interesting. It's a war that's normally not explained in most games, and the reason why is because really the Cold War wasn't a war. It was, but it wasn't. It was like a threat of wars happening and people clashing.
It was pointing guns.
Yes, it was pointing guns at each other. Essentially, yes. It was playing cops and robbers. And so they. I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting. I think it could be very good because it's a war that isn't explained very much. And let's be honest, Call of Duty does a decent job at explaining some of the wars. They do. They go to real live things that happen and stuff like that a lot of the times. And so I have mixed feelings about this because Modern Warfare was so good.
Yeah, and I don't have mixed feelings. I don't need another Call of Duty.
And Warzone is really good.
Even just the normal multiplayer is really good. I don't play it that much.
Right.
But it's just so good. I don't want another Call of Duty. This is my Modern Warfare 2 for the next 10 years. And so I'll see you on Call of Duty in 10 years. I'm just going to keep playing this one.
I like Treyarch. I've always liked Treyarch. Black Ops 3, I was like, Black Ops 4, I didn't put it too much in time into, but I really like Black Ops 2. That was my favorite. So I'm hoping that they can pull off a Infinity Ward trick and put out a good game. That's my hopes that they can do that.
But is there space in the market for 2 successful Call of Duties?
It never was.
Then
But
if one succeeds, the other has to die.
You would think, but Modern Warfare 2 never died.
I mean,
until it was hackers galore.
Well, that's true.
Then it died. But there were other Call of Duties that came out that were very successful. Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3. They were very successful games. Modern Warfare 3 was actually super successful. It just didn't live up to the hype. But yeah. Will that end Warzone? No.
Yeah, unless they come out with another Battle Royale that's like better than Warzone.
Yeah, I honestly, the only way it could kill Warzone is if it does exactly what Warzone is doing. It's simplified, it's easy, it's fun, it's the perfect Battle Royale for me.
It's very good. Very good.
There's only one other Battle Royale that I like better than Warzone.
What's that? Oh.
We're going to talk about it.
I mean, we may as well right now. It's the last topic, and we've exhausted this one. So
we have exhausted this one. So guys, my favorite Battle Royale. I'll give you my top 3 favorite Battle Royales. All right. I'll start with number 1. Fall Guys.
You should have started with number 3 and then worked up.
I should have, but you guys are going to be surprised at number 3. My second favorite Battle Royale is Warzone. Can anybody guess what my third favorite is?
No one can guess this. Unless
Tetris
they've heard
99. Tell me I'm wrong. So anyways, guys, Fall Guys is receiving their first post-launch patch. Thank the Lord. We had a lot of rough days with Fall Guys, server errors and all that other stuff.
Well, I don't think this is necessarily going to fix that, but
they're fixing a lot of stuff with Fall Guys though. Tomorrow, guys, they're going to be doing this. They're not only going to have a bunch of fixes, but they're going to be adding a fan favorite level called Jump Showdown. And the reason why I say this is a fan favorite was because it was in the beta, and after the game got released, it was gone from the beta. So Jump Showdown is essentially what is the game called when you jump over the bar and there's the things spinning?
I don't know.
The bar spins around. I can't remember the name of it, but the bar is spinning around. You got to jump over the little green bar and you got to time it right. This one will add parts falling, the level under you falling, and multiple. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun. So they're adding that level, which I'm glad about. I think they need to add more than one level, to be honest, in their next patch. But they're doing this, and they're having a lot of other patches as well. Seraph, do you think that this is going to prolong one level coming out? Do you think this is actually going to prolong the longevity of this game? I'm going to look up the fixes, though.
I looked at the fixes. There's not a whole lot. There's really not a whole lot.
There's like 10. There's like 10 fixes.
Yeah, 10. They were like really minor things.
All I got to say, lowered the waiting for Royal Fumble to add more final round variation. Thank the Lord.
I haven't even seen that one yet. I don't
Royal Fumble? It's tail tag, except there's one tail.
Oh.
And when you win the crown.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's horrible.
Anyway.
It's the worst.
So my thoughts. It seems like kind of a small patch. They're adding one level, which, maybe is what they want to do. They want to have like more frequent patches where they just add a little bit. Maybe that's what they're going for. That's fine. To be honest, I don't think the game needs a whole lot more content right now. Granted, I haven't played it as much as everyone else, so maybe everyone else is already tired of it. But I feel like it already has like a ton of variety. So obviously they can add more levels and modes later, but I feel like it already has a ton of variety. So it's nice to see it getting updates so soon, and hopefully that continues.
Yeah. I know a lot of the patch is fixing a lot of the errors that they have as well, which is good because there's been a lot of server errors and things like that, which made the game very hard to play when the game first came out. First day, people were flooding into the game, and I haven't seen it really die yet. Have you?
No, I think it's still doing really well on Twitch.
Let me check on Twitch real quick. I want to see where it's at.
I think
on Twitch,
it's still doing really well.
It's the third game, 317,000 viewers, and the reason why, well, just chatting is usually number one, but currently right now Warzone is number one. And the reason why that is because there's a major tournament going on right now, from my understanding. So yeah, it's still doing extremely well. And so to all you people out there that said this game was going to die in a week,
here we are.
It's been a week.
It's great. Yeah, I hadn't actually played it last week when we talked about it, but I've had some time to play it now. And I gotta admit, it's a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. It's really hard. I thought I saw this game and I was like, oh, this could probably be a fun game, probably pretty easy. I played it. This game is hard. It's hard.
It's a difficult game. I'm not gonna lie. I was watching a famous streamer today. Well, not name his whole entire name, but it starts with a T and ends with the Tapman, and he's really bad. It was kind of funny to watch him though. He was really having trouble for a couple hours qualifying. Couldn't qualifying. I'm not even talking about win. Like he could not qualify. He was determined.
So he couldn't make it past the first round?
No, and he's in the Call of Duty tournament today, from my understanding. And he actually said to the people, they were like, "All right, we're going into the tournament." He said, "I don't care where you go." He said, "I'm not getting off this game until I qualify once." And he stayed until he qualified once. So it was, but it's just such a silly game. It's fun. It's for me, honestly, even though it's a little bit triggering at times, it's relaxing. Like,
yeah, it's chill.
I don't care. It's just a chill game. I feel like I can really relax when I'm playing this game.
Yeah.
So I'm having a good time with it. But
there's basically two ways you can play it. You can play it super try hard, or you can play it super chill. And like either one, honestly, has like pretty good chances of you maybe winning. Just because the game is so chaotic and like anything can happen.
Yes, very true. And so I mean, there are people that are super try hard. A-Swing, I'm looking at you, my dude. He's just a monster at the game. I don't understand how.
He's too good.
2 days ago, he won 5 times, and we only played for like 2 hours. It wasn't like that long. We just played a little bit, and he won his first game immediately after that. He was like, "Oh, I'm playing well today," and he won 4 more times after that. It was insane. So I'm excited to see where this game is going, though. I would love to be able to see different modes of the game coming, not just different modes, but I guess you can say like, what's the word for it? Different variations, almost like team-based games. So you play as a team and you can win as a team. I would love to see something like that. I would love to see player-created things. So if you guys remember back in Fortnite Season 7, they added this player creation type of mode. I think that would be really cool for this type of game too, as to add some.
It would be interesting.
Creation. Yeah, it would be very interesting. I don't know how they would work that out, but that's pretty.
They'd have to build a whole like system for it, but who knows?
Right. I think that would be really cool though down the line in the future, and I hope this game continues doing well. I really do. I hope this is not a game. I think it's going to last a couple months and then die, and that makes me sad.
I mean, I think it has potential to last longer than that. Depends on what developers do to keep it interesting. There's so much they could do, honestly. Like the sky's the limit with this game, to be honest. Like,
you know what should happen?
What?
Esports.
No. This is not what the game needs.
That's exactly what the game needs.
It's not. But like they could even do like a bunch of teams of 4. All like doing their own thing. So it's like teams of 4, kind of like what you were saying, but I think you were thinking more like 2 big teams. But
no, I was thinking teams of 4.
Okay. Yeah. I think that would be really cool. Just like, so you got 60 players total, but then you got like a bunch of teams of 4 and they're all like, you could do so much with that. You could do so much.
Yep. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think that would be super fun to be able to do that. And so I'm excited to see what the game is going to come out with in the future. I'm excited to see the different skins. Yesterday they had a ninja skin. Amazing. So definitely loving on that. But guys, we're getting to the end of the Yoke Talk, and so we're going to start sharing some stories about some games that we've been playing, some different life stories. And so Seraph, what games you've been playing? Do you have any interesting life moments / stories for us this week?
I don't think I have any interesting life moments for us. I didn't get any flat tires recently, so that's good. We will
My
take
mother-in-law loved that portion of the Yoke Talk, by the way. My mother-in-law is the Yoker, so if you're watching this, yes.
That's great. But yeah, I finished Jedi. We talked about that last week. So I've been playing more SpongeBob, which I think is a ton of fun. Like, it's not a very hard game, but it's a ton of fun. And then I played some Fall Guys as well. But I've also been getting back into Warframe a little more, which makes me super happy because I love Warframe, and I just hadn't played it for a while because there was just so much going on, and there was
Isn't there a big
there
update
is
coming out?
there is There's a big
I heard
update
about that.
coming on the 25th. Usually we don't get dates this far in advance.
Hey, we'll have to talk about it. Let's see. The 25th is what? It's a Tuesday, so next week we'll have to talk about this update.
Well,
assuming
it comes out before YokeTalk.
Well, I'm talking about it a week from today, which is a week before the update comes out.
Oh, so
assuming that did they give the information about it?
Oh yeah, we know basically everything that's going to be in the update
next week.
We're talking about it now, but I want to talk about what I've been doing in the game and how it relates to the update. So we'll get into that just a little bit. So one of the new things in the update is they're allowing you to take one Warframe ability. So in the game, the Warframes are like the classes, and each one has 4 abilities. They're allowing you to take one ability from every Warframe and put it on any other Warframe in replacing one of the original abilities. So
it's Echo.
No, because it's not Ultimates.
Okay.
It's not Ultimates. You can't do it with any of the Ultimates.
Okay.
But in order to acquire this ability, you have to literally like sacrifice a Warframe. So like in order to get Mag's ability, Mag is one of the Warframes, and the ability that you get for sacrificing her is Pull. So in order to get Pull, you have to sacrifice a Mag Warframe that you own. Most people only own one of each Warframe. I mostly own one of each Warframe. There's a few that I have duplicates of. But so in order to unlock all of the abilities that you can then put on other Warframes, you have to sacrifice each Warframe to get their ability. So what I've been doing is I've been just building Warframes. Like
I knew it.
I literally literally I have like 6, 7, maybe 8 Warframes building right now because I've been playing for years. I have so many resources and things. So I just went in. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start building Warframes. Like, just start cooking them up, like, so that I can be ready.
Yeah, and I figured you were gonna say that you were building a bunch of Warframes because, to be completely honest, you pretty much have everything done in the game.
I don't though. I did. I was really close at one point, but I've been falling behind.
Okay,
and
so you haven't been. Well, you did say you haven't been playing.
Yeah, I've been falling behind, and like even falling behind aside, they've just been like exponentially like increasing the amount of stuff in the game. Like,
do you think you're going to stream the game again? Because I know, here's my thing.
Definitely with the update.
Okay, because you've always told me you love Warframe, but it's just not a game you love to stream.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah. I'll definitely stream the new update a little bit. Definitely the quest that comes with it and things like that. But as far as like getting back into streaming it regularly, probably not. But who knows? We'll see.
So what game are you going to be playing after SpongeBob? If it's still before because you don't stream currently too much right now.
Yeah.
You're the most consistently inconsistent streamer
That's
on
right.
Twitch. So what game are you planning on playing after SpongeBob before the Warframe update?
Outer Wilds.
Oh, right. You did say that last week. Okay. Outer Wilds.
I've been saying that for weeks.
You have been. You're very excited about this game.
I am.
Can tell.
I've heard very good things.
Awesome.
And yeah,
awesome.
I don't think SpongeBob is going to take me too much longer. I basically like doubled my progress when I played it yesterday. So like I'm just like blowing through it. It's not a hard game, but it's fun. So
it's a children's game. It was made as a children's game years ago on the GameCube, and now everybody that's like 30 years old or whatever age they are. You're 20, 22, 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 3. It's funny because literally, and I told you this last time, when I start to say number, I'm like, I need to just add another year. And so I was like 22, 3, and I slurred into it. And the reason why is because I knew I had to add a year.
Yeah, but then you skipped to 4, so.
I said 4 because you were still going like this, and I was like, oh, is it really 4 already? But no, it's not. You're turning 24. Soon. A few more months. Anyways.
I mean, it's not that soon, but.
You're not
January.
wrong. It's like
it's August
5
right now.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Anyway, what have you been playing other than Fall Guys?
Yeah, I've been playing Fall Guys in my stream lately. I have kind of ditched Paper Mario for the time being. I'm not ditching it completely. It's a good game. It's a fun game. It didn't meet my expectations, I'll be completely honest, but it's not a bad game, so I'm still going to be playing that on stream as well. But Fall Guys is it's Fall Guys. It's too good. It's actually too good. A game that, just like Seraph, he doesn't like to stream it necessarily too much, but a game that I might stream because there's just a new patch today, actually, it came out, is Final Fantasy 14. Not a big fan of streaming the game, but there's a new patch, new update that came out, and more story progression, more raids that came out. I mean, already with the plethora of things that happened in the last patch, and they made things a lot harder in the raids as well. So, well, not made them harder this time around, but there's a lot of content coming out. So I'm excited about that. So I'm excited to be able to play that. I'm going to play it tonight, not on stream. I'm not streaming tonight. Very sorry for everybody. But yeah, so I'm excited, very excited about Final Fantasy 14. I don't really listen, here's my thing. Okay. I'll talk to you guys about this. There was a long few set of years as a gamer, and you guys will know what I'm talking about, where you sit down in a chair to game, and you'll look at your TV, and you'll stare at it, and you'll think of what game you want to play, and you just can't think of what game you want to play, but not because there's so many of them to play, but you're just like, what's going to, like, it's kind of like when you really want that food, and you don't know what's gonna actually make that craving go away. It's the same thing with gamers, you know? You sit down, you look at your TV, and you're like, what's going to fulfill and satisfy that crave?
Jesus.
And
sorry, go on.
Amen. You're not wrong. But anyways, so you sit there, and you think about it, and you think through all the games. You look at your library of games, you look at everything you got, and then you're like, what am I going to actually do? But this is not one of those times. This is a time when you sit down, you look at your screen, and you say, every game I have right now is going to satisfy this craving. Which one do I use to do it? It's such a good era to be a gamer in. Fall Guys is perfect if you just want to chill. It's perfect. We have games like Final Fantasy 14 and Warframe, where you just overloaded in what you can actually do in those games, and continual updates coming out, people with WoW and Shadowlands coming out and stuff like that. You have so many great Nintendo games. It's just, it's great. It's
a great time. Great time.
We're all broke because of Animal Crossing, but amen to Animal Crossing.
Way too many games. I've been making bank in Animal Crossing. I have like 4.6 million bells in the bank. Hashtag turnip. Let's go. I got 2,000 turnips this week. If you guys get any good prices, let me know.
I have a question for you, Sarah.
Sure.
In Animal Crossing, how long do you have to be absent on your island for people to leave your island without telling you that?
I don't know.
Because I have not played that game in over a month, and I believe that all of my islanders are going to be peacing out. And I want, if you have received one of my island people, please DM me and let me know who you received. Because literally one time I got a person named Ken. He was a turkey, pigeon, something.
And you said you cared about Ken, but clearly you don't.
He was my favorite, but he came from Lex Briggs Island. He said, what's Lex Briggs' island called?
Serenity.
Serenity. He said, I came from Serenity, but I'm really happy that I came here. I think I'm going to like it better. I was like, I like you too, Ken. And then I abandoned Ken like a week later. So
and Ken then probably abandoned you?
Probably. So if you guys received any of my people, they will be coming from Hyrule. Let me know.
Yeah.
I just want the hamster, man.
I bought a grand piano today.
Congratulations.
260,000 bells.
That's a lot of bells for a grand piano. But hey, I put all of my instruments on the beach. I have a marimba out there. just a nice old marimba.
That was crap, right?
It's
Have you been playing
great.
Beat Saber?
I haven't played it since before I went to Connecticut.
Too long.
It has been long.
Too
It
long.
has been a long time. But it's really hard for me to set up because I don't have enough USB ports. Well, I do, but you have to actually use the USB ports like in
we
your
had it
PC
figured out.
or it doesn't read. Yeah, and I can figure out again, and I know exactly where I gotta unplug and plug in. It's just annoying.
But I think it would have been fine if we didn't have to move like everything off the desk.
I still can't find my Stream Deck. It's actually, guys, okay, quick story. I know we only got like 4 minutes.
We got time.
Okay. So my wife had to take a test a couple weeks ago. Some of you knew about it, for her job, and she passed. She did a phenomenal job. But when she took the test, I was not allowed to have anything on my desk. I had everything on my desk.
He's
when
a
I left
streamer.
the house that day for church. I'm a streamer. I have 3 monitors. I have a printer. I have 2 consoles on my desk at the time. I had the GameCube controller on my desk. I have my microphone thing on my desk. I have everything. My Stream Deck, everything on my desk. And then I get a call from Danielle. It says, you need to come here with Seraph and get everything off your desk. Me and Seraph, we were
setting up church.
we were setting up church. We drove back to my house. We unplugged everything, tore it all apart, threw it all around my house. My house looked like we had just had SquadCon there. Not really. It wasn't that bad. But the thing is we had everything placed everywhere. My Stream Deck is gone.
I don't know what you did with it.
I think you stole it.
Not really. I have my own Stream Deck. Why would I need to steal yours?
I don't know.
How much you want to bet I could come to your house and find it?
I have looked in boxes. I've looked in my living room. I looked in my bedroom. I looked in my spare bedroom. I looked in this room. It is. I guarantee. Oh.
Wait for it.
It is nowhere to be found.
Okay. I bet I could find it.
Probably, but I can't. I've actually been looking for this for 2.5 weeks.
Rip. Well, it's very sad. We'll see if he's found it by next week. But
I look once a week, guys. I have once a week. I take a half hour and I search everything in my house. I've exhausted all the areas of my house that I could actually search, except for the attic. Did you put it in my attic?
No, I didn't put it in your attic. Why would I put it? I haven't been in your attic since we moved you in.
I have.
Okay.
But it's not. But I haven't been up there since we tore apart my room. It's gone. It is actually.
Maybe the spiders took it.
I had to kill a ginormous spider today. But anyways, guys, that's another story for another time.
Have you seen that game?
Grounded?
Yes.
I've seen it.
Yes.
Not there. I didn't get it because everybody's saying the price point is not justifiable for the game.
Yeah, it seems. I've heard it's pretty buggy right now, but it looks fun.
It does look fun, but there's no end game content either. They said it's very limited to what you can do. So if it grows upon that, and there's eventually a lot of content that you can do that's gonna, take my life away. Yeah, sure. I'll kill some spiders with some torches. Yeah. Even though I'm 2 feet tall. Not even 2 feet, 2 inches, 2 millimeters. You're like a fly. It's great.
So maybe we'll talk about that on a later Yoke Talk. But that is gonna do it for this one, guys. We blew through a bunch of topics. You guys had quite the variety today. Hope you enjoyed it. Balls, what was your favorite topic today?
My favorite topic? Probably Halo being delayed.
Wow. Would not have guessed that.
I would have to say Halo being delayed. And the reason why is because I feel like it's a smart decision, but at the same time, I understand the gamers being upset. But I feel like it's a justifiable cause for it being delayed. And indeed. I think I explained it well.
Yes, indeed.
So cool. That was my favorite. What was your favorite topic today?
That's a good question. I was not prepared for the return question. I would probably say okay, go ahead and guess.
Was it Prime Gaming?
No. No, it's not. I would probably say actually that it was the Apple one, because that gave me a little bit of chance to talk about more tech things, which I also love. So
you're a very big tech guy.
And I feel like I very well understood what was going on there. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not as cool as I think I am. But
well, if you guys missed a good portion of the Yoke Talk, you guys want to go back. Obviously, there's VODs and there's other platforms you could watch it on as well or listen to. Sarah, what are those platforms?
We on Spotify. We on Google Podcasts. You can watch it on YouTube. We're trying to be on Apple, but we've seen how that goes. We're also on Podbean.
Apple. Rip Apple.
We on all the places except Apple. But
so thank you guys for coming in. And obviously, guys, if you have not used your Prime Gaming yet, you know where to use it. GodSquadChurch, twitch.tv/GodSquadChurch, Prime Gaming. It's so bad.
It's so bad.
It doesn't roll off my tongue.
We're ending the show. Goodbye, Yokers. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next time.